Creating accessible PDF forms. Chapter 1, Understanding Form Accessibility. This training video was produced by the Accessibility Policy Unit of the California Department of Social Services. A form is two components: the visual form and the auditory form. First, let's look at the visual form. Ensuring the visual form is accessible goes back to following these basic PDF accessibility steps. Assign an appropriate heading structure. Ensure document properties are set: title, initial view, and language. Ensure a logical reading order by walking the tag tree. When creating an accessible form, it is easiest to ensure each section of text has its own tag. Notice how each section of text has an individual tag, classification, position number, etc. Ensuring each section of text has its own tag will make things easier, ensuring a logical reading order after adding the form field tags to the document. Add alternative text to any figures, and ensure any color has been used appropriately. Checking for minimum contrast ratios and ensuring color is not being used alone to express meaning. If you are struggling to complete the previously discussed points on visual form accessibility, please review the PDF accessibility training videos. Remember, an accessible form is divided into two parts: an auditory form and a visual form. We just discussed the visual portion of the form, now we need to discuss the auditory form. A screen reader user can navigate a form by moving from form field to form field, using either the Tab key or a keystroke F. When a screen reader user enters a form field, the screen reader software is automatically switched from Browse mode or Read mode and enters Forms mode. In Forms mode, only the information a form creator has provided in the tooltip will be read aloud. The tooltip is designed to provide the auditory user equal access to form information. When discussing auditory form accessibility, it is imperative to ensure all visual form aspects of a document are included in some way in the tooltips of a form. In Chapter 2, we will go into more depth on tooltips and ensuring all visual information is included in the auditory form. Warning: once you are finished with your visual form, you may be asked to go no further, as the form will be printed and filled in by hand only. Therefore, it does not require accessible form fields. This information is incorrect. With the advent of computers, these filled in by hand only forms do not exist anymore. Nearly every form will need to be available online in some fashion, even if only as an accommodation to someone who has a visual issue and cannot fill out the form by hand. All documents which require an interaction with another person, request for information, aka a form, must have accessible form fields. The subsequent chapters in this series will instruct you how to create accessible form fields. Ensuring an accessible form means ensuring both the visual form and the auditory form is accessible. Someone must be able to hear all elements of a form through the field descriptions, aka the tooltips. For more information about this topic, or any of the topics in our series, contact the Accessibility and Policy Unit at accessibilitypolicyunit@dss.ca.gov.